Hey everyone, this is Alex here at Boomer and Sons, back with you with the Predazoo. Been doing a lot of scaping here, as we well know. But feel like I've done a couple episodes here. This area is looking really nice. I'm not done with it yet, but our public transport option, ride transport option, should be just about done. And I'm sure you guys want to start seeing some animal exhibits. So I at least want to get the first animal exhibit actually in. Thinking about doing a lion enclosure. And then after that, I do want to convert this area into a proper restaurant and also add a gift shop somewhere here in the front area. Which those are going to be some bigger builds and probably episodes or two of themselves. Kind of not in love with this rain. I know there's ways to do and get rid of the elements, but we're just going to fast forward a little bit, let this rain stop. So you're going to find your people mover rides here in transport rides underneath facilities. As you can see, we have a monorail, a riverboat, and a suspended gondola, which means we probably need to check our research real quick. I bet you it's actually done. Look at that. All done researching that tarantula, start researching the scorpions. Yeah, as you can see now, we have the train and the 4x4 adventure. Um, hmm, really still undecided on this, but I think for this build, I want to go with the train. I want my train going this way. If you see, I can toggle the world axis. And what that's going to do just going to run our track through our expected course. There we go. We have a basic track with stops all the way around. Yeah, it does look like the ride does require power. Go to facilities again. Utilities. And bam, right there. A little power transformer. Now this blue ring is going to show where it supplies power to. Alright, I know I didn't completely explain what I was doing up here. I kind of went into auto grind mode. So I built the landing platform. The direction it is depends on your side. So I wanted left on this one for the on and off. These ones, that one's going to be a right up here. That way people can dump out this way. This one's going to be a right, and the one over there in the rainforest is going to be a left. But you have to do a queue for people to get on, and then a queue for people to get off. If I was City Planner Plays, I'd have a really good worked up story about this, about why the train first, but the train is kind of central to the ideas behind Predator. Honestly, now that I'm really thinking about it, I really should have gone for the four-wheel drive adventure, because that is, more the Jurassic Park idea, and dude's doing a real life Jurassic Park here, he wants nothing but big, ferocious animals, but, he wants to be able to really do it, unlike, use a mosquito DNA from a fossilized piece of amber that the mosquito's still alive, and then the dude we know the plot of Jurassic Park originally wasn't necessarily the greatest, right? Sorry for the sounds of the monster you're going to end up hearing. 2-year-old, it's the life. Seriously, it is the life. So I selected my biomes. Again, we're going to be picking predator animals. The wild dog is a predator. It's actually got like a really successful hunting rate. Let's see if we can find some of them in the animal market. Type in wild because it's the African wild dog. Now you see how these ones are costing money. So we can purchase them. They do not cost us conservation credits. We do not have the best genetics for them. We only have the one page of animals, so looks like we are not going to have the best wild dogs there is. Now, while we get them prepped, we're going to toss them into quarantine. Now, same kind of thing, just like a real zoo, or most theme parks, you're going to have open spaces that then lead to experiences. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to go back to this grid. This is where the desert path was initially coming out at. And I'm going to go ahead and select the grid. And I'm going to go ahead and just continue to bring my path out some. And then I want everything to open up into a plaza first. From there, we can do branching off paths into the exhibits. We'll make the plaza about this size. And we can make some rounds and everything else. And you know, I didn't lose that bristlecone pine, but I really did want that bristlecone pine in the build, so we are going to add that back real quick. Again, just a very, very, very interesting tree in the bristlecone. You just got to find it cool. If you don't know about it, I highly recommend looking it up. Now, if you open up our Zoopedia and we go to the animal, we can see that it has such things like the boundary requirement, temperature requirements, water requirements, and land requirements. So we need 1162 meters squared. And it needs a fence that's 4 feet high. that's grade 2 or better. No deep water requirements. So let's see what we can get going for it. 1162. So what I'm trying to do here, as you can see, I'm trying to do my first boundaryless enclosure. I am going to need to get the staff down there, but I hope to do like some staff trails that are like down here, and we'll give them some sort of access off of here, and then we'll just assign them to this area with some back buildings like here, tucked away or something, or here. We'll get all that figured out. But I am trying to like sneak some things going on. So we're going to go into the barriers menu. And if we look right here, we got null barrier. This is the trick to doing a barrierless facility. So we got this back door path here. This is a staff path. Now, unfortunately, it's not connected to anything yet, but I did really want to run like a back underground staffing area. So that is going to be the start of it. I just need to find out where I'm going to connect it up to. I was thinking about pulling all the way from over there. That does seem like a long walk, though. Maybe run it this way, come in and tee in on this corner. Alright, it's ugly. It is very, very, very ugly. We're going to have to work on something to fix this, because I am not in love with this. Probably going to watch some pathing tutorials. Once I figure it out based off someone else's content, we'll revisit this, and I'll kindly link their video in here. Alright, before we get these foxes in here, we are going to need to do a couple things. We will probably need power somewhere out here. They are desert creatures. We are only in temperate climate. So, and all this nastiness down here, you know, that's minus the train going by real quick. People aren't going to see. Let's go ahead and toss some power. Right? That makes sense, right? Right? Can I get it in here? Can I get it in here, folks? Of course I can. Why would I be able to make use of this horrible, horrible area within my zone? Okay, fine. I can't do it there. We'll go ahead and stretch this area out just a little bit. Put some facilities and stuff there. Water bowls. I know the animal we got had no water requirement, but I think every living thing in the world, you know, kind of deserves access to fresh water. So, yeah, we're not evil playthrough in this. What that's going to do is clean all of our water, and it's going to keep the temperature regulated to the temperatures that the animal prefers. Now, again, we are probably going to have to put heating in for our Arctic foxes, and we'll handle that when we get to it. Our Arctic foxes are African wild dogs. But we do have a start of a little enclosure here. So now we're going to go to animals, animal storage. They're currently relocating because I've apparently been paused this whole time. So we know that they're a desert animal. More than likely, they're going to want a lot of sand in there. And then we'll use above ground paths to go over the railroad tracks to get to different, like if I do an exhibit over here on this side of the railroad tracks, which more than likely I will. Probably like in this area, you know, somewhere away from the staff buildings, maybe another one here. And that's also got to lead over to the forest area again. Because, you know, interconnectivity and different travel paths and all that. You know, make it an adventure, right? Same thing here. I really don't know how I'm going to sod my buildings yet. Need to do some thoughts, some researches. If you have any ideas, leave your comments in, well, the comment section. Leave your ideas in the comment section. Whatever. I really need to start writing scripts, don't I? Now, if we go here, we'll see that there's multiple elements. So, like their welfare. Obviously, I do not have food and water. Hard shelter. Hard shelter is going to be something for them to hide under. Quite honestly, I really didn't want any type of brick or anything to show up. So that's where their hard shelter is going to go. And hard shelter is going to be anything that's hard that covers them. There will be an option for a variety of generic ones within your habitat, or you can actually just make one yourself. In this case, I'm going to kind of go and give them a rock ledge to hide under. I know it's really close to the train tracks, but you know, sometimes sacrifices are made. I don't want to make those all the same color. So let's use some. Alright, so now they got some hard shelter, as we saw. They're going to be happy with that. Terrain. It looks like one. They have no space. I don't think I gave them nearly enough space either. Alright, so now that my monster's to bed, I can actually talk. Alright, so still doesn't have a lot of hard shelter. He wants more. Who knew that African wild dogs want so much shelter? Also, still does not have enough space. And we see that they want more short grass. Less long grass. More soil. But we really need to expand this shelter. So we're going to go ahead and expand this even more. Really want to come cut all the way probably back into here. And do all of this as well. Because it looks like they need 1,200, so 3 times more than what I got right now. Wow, rough. Alright, I had to add one more little section. Had a lot of people congregating over here, so I went ahead and put an outcropping here too, overlooking. A couple more educational signs. I did forget to go over one thing while building this habitat, though. So let's add this here at the end and to close this out. Yep. You guys very liked, subscribed. I appreciate it. Now you see, we got speakers. These are educational speakers. Was an educational speaker for, you say? Well, to educate your guests, of course. And we can place these, right? Now, they are hard to hit, though. He actually did escape that way. Alright, maybe that won't work. Alright, everyone. So the perfect will not be the enemy of good. We're going to call this habitat currently done. Oh, you see one little wild dog running around out there. Oh, I see another one up on the hill going towards the sprinkler. They've had a couple puppies while I was getting everything taken care of. Um, nice, gonna hit the zoo, go through this real quick, and then be more in time. Um, learn a lot while doing this enclosure. Hopefully, while you guys are watching, you can see some of the mistakes as I made them. There's still some areas I'd like to clean up in here. Maybe while I'm building something else, we'll come back by here, clean this up. Really fun build, and here's our first true habitat in the Predator Zoo. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for joining me. This was Alex with Boomer and Sons.